And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken short. Pushing through the contact. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
It's it. 19.
51. Watch the twits.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Watson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
He's coming.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And he is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And now it's blocked. And the Broncos have it. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Bad move. They look to throw. It's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
10-2, sir. 3-2 jet bombers. 3-2 jet bombers.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. On 2nd and 7, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Adam Gotsis. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Mike 51. Mike 51. It's our time. It's our time.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
You draw Parker.
On 2nd and 7. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, Delta. Go. Get it.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Jones on the return. Now he goes spin. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Watch the out. Watch the out. Hey, Mike 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson flush to his right. He'll run it. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Lamar Miller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. The completion to Riddick. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, stand up.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. He finds his man Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, it's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the Broncos' 27-yard line.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Now he'll pull it down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Watson on 3rd down. And he finds Stills, complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the red zone now, Watson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, 59!
After the sack on 1st down, Watson flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 51.
Here we go on 4th. Watson eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now this time Locke will throw. He's going to fire one deep. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 7 yards there and a first down.
Go now. 80 games, 80 weapons. Stay with you.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. A first down and then some. 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
SOS. Hey, 31. SOS. 51 to Mike.
To the air yet again. Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. To throw in his lock, sliding out of the pocket. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jeff Hireman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 31, Watson. Flush to his right. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Another run by Lindsey. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run it again with Miller. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, wahoo! Check, crunch. Yeah.
Lock going to throw.
Let's bring it.
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, here's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. And all the way home for a Broncos score. He returns the punt 61 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big-time play there for the Texans. 59 yards for him on the ground.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Big Ed. In the car. Undercrush.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Check in.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
They'll try the right side here with Miller. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So now third and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. On third down, Miller. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Mike 51, Mike 52.
Locke now on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Whitney Merciless has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. To try again after the sack. Locke, he'll get this to Philip Lindsay, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing his Locke on third down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Maybe a free play for Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
49, check 49. 59.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw.
Hey, tight.
Look, squeeze.
Tight dog.
Check 5.
Go.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Broncos.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Here we go.
Hey, Charlie.
Check.
22 Jet Bomber. Let's go. Get set. Hit it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick with his 14th touchdown of the year. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. He's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go,
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year, and they'll have another road date next.